Hello everyone, my name is Apurv and welcome to the introductory session of Few Minutes with Mule series. In this video, we will have an overview of Mule ESB and how to create a simple application. So as we know, Mule ESB comes under the middleware stack of the technologies. So what's middleware? So middleware is a software that enables communication and data management for distributed applications where you can keep your different heterogeneous and homogeneous software components connected to each other. It also helps to create business applications to enable data transfer and transformation, and with the help of it you can also add a security authentication to your incoming and outgoing messages. So there are different middleware applications in the market similar to Mule ESB. We have IBM Integration Bus or the WebSphere Message Broker by IBM, then IBM MQ, then we have Business Works by TIBCO, then there is an Oracle ESB, then IBM Sterling, IBM Cast Iron, and many more, both proprietary as well as open source softwares. So here we have Mule ESB architecture. On the top you can see there are different elements connecting to Mule ESB with the help of connectors. There are business applications, both B2B and B2C. There are data sources or databases connecting with the help of adapters or different connectivity services. In between there lies ESB, which is connected to the different elements with the help of Mule integration services, where we have different modules such as routing. There is a management component to manage your transactions and transportation. Then you have message broker and transformation for transforming your data, and then you have the security component to authenticate your incoming and outgoing messages. So this is what Mule ESB architecture kind of looks like. Proceeding to the next slide. So let's have a look into Mule 4 message structure. So the Mule 4 message in Mule 4 event and messages are simplified to easily learn and develop the application. What we have a Mule event. So the Mule event contains message and variables. Okay, so under message what you have is a payload. Okay, so the payload is nothing but the body of the Mule message. You can access payload using the keyword payload, and fields by using DataWeave scripting language like payload.field name or something. So DataWeave expression language is by default the scripting language is Mule 4. Earlier in Mule 3 we were having MEL or the Mule expression language as the default language or the scripting language. Going forward, let's look into attributes. Attributes contain message metadata that consist of header and properties returned by a container, as well as other metadata that is populated by the connector. Okay, so attribute you can visualize is like if you have HTTP listener, you can have different methods. Okay, like get, post, put. So those kind of things comes under attributes. Your host, where it can be a local host or it can be your specific IP address, that as well comes under attribute. Okay, so we can access attribute by using keyword attributes, okay, with the help of DataWeave. Then we have variables. Variables hold arbitrary user information such as operation results, some values. Okay, it can be like string, objects or numbers, which can also be accessed or created with the help of DataWeave with the keyword as vars. Okay, so we'll look into these things in detail in the real-time basis into our projects as well. Okay, moving forward. So here we have the Anypoint platform where we will develop our flows and applications. So I've just selected new Mule project and given the name project_HTTP, but you can see there are different tabs on the upper side where, as based on your requirement, you can go and look into the utilities. On the right hand side what we have is a Mule palette. The Mule palette consists of different components and message processors. So let's see it in detail. So namely they are being categorized as per their utility. Let's say error handling, there are different components for the message logging as well as what you can see HTTP, or based on your different requirements and utility it is categorized. Now frequently used will be coming under favorites, and we have some more for file, for SFTP, for Salesforce, for database. So those all will be there as well. There is also an exchange where you can browse over the web under the MuleSoft exchange and import some projects. So let's get started. Let's drag a HTTP listener node which will act as an input to our application, and let's configure it. Under connector configuration, we'll create a configuration. Okay, so the host name we can give it as a local host, pointing to our own local's IP address. Port is 8081. Let's keep it default. Base path we can give it something like service. Okay, so it will be our base path, and under which we can have different services based on our requirement, or the module, what we can say. So we are leaving everything else as default for now. All methods will be supported since we are not interfering with the method names under advanced. Let's give it a relative path as well. Let's give it hello, kind of like hello world kind of a service. So okay, let's give it hello and drag the set payload processor. Here we can define a payload. It can be a reference or it can be a direct string. So let's keep it something like a understandable string or a meaningful string. Let's give hello world or hello everyone. This is our first project, or this is our first service. Okay, so here we have the payload set, and what we can do, we can run the project. Let's run it. As soon as we run, there is a console, and under console everything will be logged. Okay, so it's a Maven plugin where we have the console, so you can see the flow is deployed, and let's run it. Okay, here you can see hello everyone, this is our first service. Okay, so this was the output. So thank you everyone. In the next session we'll know more about HTTP connectors. We'll know how to create and invoke variables in Mule, and apart from that, how to log your data with the help of the logging component. So hope you liked the video. Please let me know of your views in the comment section. Thank you.